is but a song we sing, fears the way we die. You can make mountains ring or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some will come and some may go, and we will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear this song I sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to my living room live.
Welcome.
I am Andrea, and that's Craig over there, and we are so happy that you are with us tonight.
Up here in the corner.
Yep,
Got my drink.
got your drink.
You guys have a drink out there in Facebook land?
I do.
That's good. I can see it right there.
Cheers, Craig.
Cheers. Cheers to all you guys out there.
Cheers to everybody.
Cheers to everyone.
I could smell the wine in that song. It smelled good.
Sorry you had to wait and earn that one.
So how is everybody? How is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well.
I know Julia's here with her snack. She's ready.
Oh, hello, Julia.
Hey, Julia.
We have Elizabeth Doherty.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth. Joyce Martin. Hey, Joycey.
Hey, Joyce.
Joanne Mills is watching. Hello, Joanne. Linda Cobra's watching. Hello, Linda. Pauline Knight is watching. Hello, Pauline. Shirley Norman LeBlanc. Hello. Charlotte Nora Martin is watching. We haven't seen Charlotte in so long.
No, it's been a while. How you
Since
make it out?
Heidi's 4-0 birthday.
Yes.
Um,
We won't say how long ago that was.
Pauline says, I think we may be in for a storm. I think so.
Yeah, it got really dark all of a sudden. We've been
Yeah.
kind of preparing for a storm all day. We kind of took everything down from outside and shuttered everything away. Hey, the two of us. You did more work. I was working.
I'm just joking. Craig is working. Thank God he's working. Yes, so Craig, he took the stuff in from the lower level here, and it looks like no one lives here right now because I put everything in the
Everything
garage.
off the front porch is gone.
Yes, everything is gone.
Because we don't want it gone.
Yeah.
We want it to be here after the storm blows over.
Yeah.
If it happens. But I think it's probably going to start soon.
Yeah, it looks a little dark out there.
So if we lose power, we lose stream. It would definitely be weather related if that happens. Hopefully it won't.
Yes, I hope it doesn't happen.
But yeah, we're happy to have you all here for episode number 99.
Oh my gosh, it's 99.
We're so close to 100.
99.
I actually teased the idea of playing that song, but it didn't stick.
No.
Yeah. 99 episodes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Oh, Heidi's here. Hi, Heidi.
Hey, Heidi.
Hello. Laura Lange says hello. Awesome. Oh, Steph wants to know, what are you drinking?
What am I drinking? I'm drinking I'm drinking a combo.
Actually, I filled my glass up, and then I'm like, there's not enough for one glass of wine, but there's a little bit of wine left in each bottle. So I just mixed them up for him. He said he wouldn't care.
Yep.
He's like, I won't notice.
So I'm drinking swamp water wine style.
Is it good?
It's great.
Good.
It's
Excellent.
fantastic.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah. Anne Marie Shipley's giving us a wave. Hello there. And
hello.
Linda says cheers, Andrea and Craig.
Well, cheers.
So I'm
cheers
assuming
to you,
that's
Linda.
back when we did our cheers. But you know what? Feel free to cheers anytime you want during the stream, and we will definitely, as long as we're not playing in the middle of a song, we'll stop and
absolutely
have a drink with you. So
absolutely.
Cheers.
So yes, I mean, I know next week, our 100th show, we're going to be talking a lot about the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I can't help but think back. It's been so fun.
Yep, it's been a ton of fun.
It has been a ton of fun. There have been some stressful moments.
Mostly 30 seconds before showtime.
Yes, and like technologically related, right?
Yes, which is my domain, and rightfully so.
Yes.
We put you in charge of that stuff. I think the house would have burned down.
Probably. Yes, or I would have imploded. Anyway, yes. Anyway, it just gets me thinking. And you know, we've had some amazing guests on this show. Amazing people.
Oh yes, we've met some incredible musicians and who turned out to be terrific friends, and it's been
wonderful.
It's been a wonderful journey. So next week, just to kind of tease next week a little bit, we are going to feature some of these wonderful people. Some of whom we knew prior to getting into this whole live stream, and some of whom we've met through this whole experience. But the one thing they all have in common is that they all have started live streaming their music in a regular format. So we can all get together and talk about, just about doing this thing that we do, which is using these platforms and getting our music out there and communicating with the audience. So
absolutely.
Speaking of communicating with the audience, Sam Wells says, hello, folks, from St. John's, Newfoundland.
Oh, do you know Jana Party? She's not from St. John's.
She's from Hare Bay.
She's from Hare Bay. Do you know
Bit of a drive.
Do you know where Hare Bay is, Sam? Well, cheers to you.
Cheers.
And Glenna Ross is watching, and Glenna celebrated a birthday this week. So happy birthday, Glenna.
Yeah, happy birthday to anybody out there
and,
who had a birthday this week.
Glenna is from St. George, New Brunswick.
One of our most frequently talked about places on the planet, as it turns out.
It's a beautiful place. The people are even more beautiful.
Yeah, we have a lot of folks from watching from out that area. And speaking of which, Isaac Ward's watching. We thought Isaac had to work tonight, but he's able to make it.
Well,
so
Isaac, that's great.
Thank you for joining us. And he says nothing wrong with a pause for the cause, and by that he means taking a pause.
Pause to have a drink.
For a drink. Cheers,
I
indeed.
think my mom and dad might be watching. So if that's the case, hi, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Hi.
How did that anniversary dinner go there last week?
They had a great dinner.
We talked about it.
Yes, they
last
did
week
have
on
a
the
great dinner. So this week we decided to do some requests from y'all.
Yeah.
Most people weren't specific. They just said the artist.
Yeah.
So the first song we did, though, was not a request. I think it's just a great song. I love the song.
Yeah.
I love the message in the song.
Great song for the times.
And, I've always enjoyed that song. Always. So this next song is a Shania Twain song.
Yes.
So did you get into Shania Twain when she was, quite popular?
Never did. I mean, of course, you couldn't help avoiding her music, or you
Right.
couldn't avoid her music. You
Right.
couldn't help but hear it
Right.
because it was all over the airways. So I mean,
Yeah.
I know this song
Yeah.
just because it was on the radio. I never quote unquote got into her music.
Okay.
Just any time that we'd play a Shania Twain song. I mean,
Yeah.
For the most part, I knew them. I think maybe there was one or two that I didn't know, but
Okay.
I definitely knew this one.
Well,
so.
let me tell you a little bit about
Sure.
Shania Twain. So my sister, I know, Steph, you're watching. We listen to a lot of Shania Twain, especially my sister,
Yep.
in university. And
So did a lot of people.
yes. So when I think of Shania, I always think of Steph. Actually, we did a show at Live Bait Theater where Steph played a character called Twyla Shane.
And she's saying she was obsessed with Shania, so she's all over
See? Steph just said that?
that. Yep.
See? She was obsessed with Shania. That's right. And did you hear what I said? She played a character
Mhm.
called Twyla Shane.
Yeah, Twyla Shane, which is
Yeah. So that's kind of fun.
an obvious homage.
Yes. So anyway, this is a Shania song. Now that woman, some talented. She can sing
She can write.
and she can write.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, just a beautiful
Yep,
woman.
hooky, catchy stuff, and just
Yeah.
great spirit. And she's Canadian, which is awesome.
Yep, she is Canadian.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So so if you guys noticed, Andrea scribbling away over these past few episodes, she's been actually writing down your requests. So that
Yes, I have.
that's where this one came from. Is
Yes,
somebody
I
wanted to
have.
hear some Shania?
Yes, and you know who else wanted to hear Shania?
Julia.
Julia.
Because I know we've heard Shania requested more than once, so
Yeah.
we're happy to
And
do
I
a
think
Shania.
Linda may have requested Shania as well.
Yeah.
So this goes out to you, Julia, and you, Linda, and you, Steffi, and everybody else.
Yes.
So this is just a fun song. It's very poppy. It's
it
when you
is.
take out the fiddles and the steel guitar, it's just a pop song.
Yeah. And with us, it's just piano and drums.
It's just piano and drums. So this song is called When. If elephants could fly, I'd be a little more optimistic, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. I don't mean to sound so pessimistic, but I don't think that cow really jumped over the moon. When will I wake up? Why did we break up? When will we make up? When money grows on trees, people live in peace, everyone agrees. When happiness is free, love can guarantee you'll come back to me. That's I love to wake up smiling for the joys of spring and hear on CNN that Elvis lives again and that John's back at the Beatles. Yeah, they're going out on tour. I'd be the first in line for tickets. Wanna see that show for sure. When will I wake up? Why did we break up? When will we make up? When money grows on trees, we go, everyone. Fun old Shania Twain song.
Very fun Peppy Poppy song.
Yes. Peppy Poppy.
Peppy Poppy.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, my gosh. That's right. Steph says, Twyla Shane, she was a tough chick. She wrestled for improv.
Love it.
She used to do improv and would wrestle. Who were you wrestling? I think she was wrestling her husband, and she'd always win.
What was her husband's character's name?
I think he was Trucker Tim Tucker.
Trucker Tim Tucker.
I think. I'm pretty sure, right, Steph? Trucker Tim Tucker?
Correct us if we're wrong. And
Yes.
she says she was singing the harmony in that song. Sounds like Julia was singing along. Carol Moffat's tuning in.
Carol Moffat!
She says she loves
Hi,
Shania.
Carol.
And Linda Noth Gosslinger says, thanks for this song. You're so very welcome.
Oh, you're so welcome.
You're so very welcome.
So fun.
Lots of fun.
So fun. Yeah. So, Craig,
Yes?
do you have a favorite Shania Twain song?
Okay. You're going to put me on the spot.
A little bit.
All right. There's a song of hers that I found very catchy.
Well, I'm dreaming.
No.
Stupid. Oh.
So there's two. There's that.
Trucker Tim Tucker. Yeah, it was John Epworth.
Don't Impress Me
Hysterical.
Much.
Oh, that's a good song.
I do love that song.
Yeah, because you love the drums in that song.
Yeah, I love the drums. But my guilty pleasure Shania song was Up.
Really?
Yep. I
Wow.
find it so catchy. Up, up, oh.
I don't know if I can ever play with Craig again. Shows down.
Anyway,
Just
hey,
joking.
look.
I'm just joking. Good song.
It's just me and
Good
everybody out
song.
there watching.
Up. Yeah.
This is a private moment. No one's going to tell anyone about that, I'm assuming, right?
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just giving you a hard time. Not my favorite song, but hey, good for you. I love that song, Still the One.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful song. Yes.
It's a great wedding song.
It is a great wedding song. Yes, it is.
Bit of a pause there.
Tommy Boy Mackin.
Very cool piece.
Hey, peace to you, Tommy
Peace
Boy.
to you too. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, we haven't put the tip link up in a while. I know we've been kind of focusing on what's been going on out in the world.
Yes.
So we haven't been doing that a whole lot. But if you're feeling so inclined, we do accept tips here on the show. We've been doing that for a while, and we use a couple of services. One here is it's called Streamlabs. So you can head on over to streamlabs.com/myliving-room-live. I don't know if it got attached to the show correctly tonight or not, but if you head on over there, you can leave a tip and type in a special message, and that'll show up across the stream for everyone to see in a funny kitty animation that we
Whose finger's that?
that we yearn to see.
Is that your finger?
I don't know whose finger that is.
Oh, I thought that was you. I'm like, that doesn't
If
look
you're
like
a
your finger.
PayPaler, you can also hit us up on PayPal at paypal.me/myliving-room-live. Both options are completely secure, and I'll just leave those links up on the screen there periodically. And you too can find your name scrolling across the bottom of the screen with the rest of our generous tippers from past episodes, like Blaine Totten, who was like twice. Look at him.
Wow.
Double tipper. Blaine's like,
Thank you, Blaine.
Blaine, we owe you dinner or something.
Yes.
Or at least we owe you a request. So if you're watching
Yes.
and you have a request, let us know.
I have a fun story to tell everyone.
That's what we do here. Half the time we sing and play, and half the time we tell stories.
So Craig and I were out for our walk this morning. Actually, it goes back to yesterday. I was looking at the back window.
Okay.
And we have a lot of amazing wildlife in our yard.
Yep.
I saw a turtle go by.
Turtle.
And I took a picture of it. They're so sweet. Anyway, we're out for our walk this morning. And didn't we see two people who we saw yesterday? Did you remember that we saw them
Yes, I
yesterday?
remember saw them yesterday.
We saw them yesterday, and we just said hi. And then, anyway, so we saw them again today, and we're out early, people. Like, what, 6:45?
You got to be when it's this hot out these
yes,
days.
it's true. It's early.
Here in Ontario.
So anyway, we're out, and they're hovered over this thing. I'm like, what is that? It was a turtle.
Laying
And
eggs.
she said that they took the turtle to the pond yesterday.
Back to the pond she came from.
Back to the pond. It wasn't very happy. She was a very upset turtle. Anyway, they got up this morning, and the turtle came back.
She came back to that same spot.
Laying her eggs.
Yep. And we watched her lay about 4 eggs.
I saw some eggs go in there, that hole.
Yep.
Anyway, so she covered it up, and then we left. So we went for a walk, and when we got back home, the house beside us,
Our neighbors.
had a turtle in their front yard
Laying
eggs too.
Yep. So it is the season, so just be careful if you're out there driving. And if you see a turtle just kind of hanging at one particular spot, leave them be. That's the spot they've chosen. And they've got their mission And
Yes.
her mission is to lay eggs. And when she's all done, she will leave that spot. The issue is, though, is the turtle eggs are left unprotected from wildlife
I
and
know,
other
it's
things.
so
So
sad.
if you do happen to see like a little egg clutch or whatever turtle egg,
What do they
groups
do,
are called,
Dr. Craig?
so just make sure if you have some kind of way of just kind of protecting them with some kind of cover. So if you've got like a little cage of some sort, so that'll prevent wild animals from having access.
Like what kind? Raccoons.
Yeah, like raccoons.
They're cute, but
Yeah.
they are an animal.
Yeah, so I'm sure to them turtle eggs taste.
Anyway, I just thought
Great.
you might enjoy that story.
Yeah.
They were so
I
sweet.
love turtles.
And what did we see
Eggs.
when we woke up this morning? What did we see out the window? The
What?
blue heron.
Oh, the blue heron. I'm like, we see all kinds of stuff. We see
Yes. Yes.
lots of wildlife.
Yes.
And our beaver went by.
And to me, it looks like their legs bend backwards. Apparently, they don't. But anyway, there we go.
And that's been your Audubon wildlife moment here on My Living
Yes.
Room Live.
And look at that, Liz Dudden. Hi, Liz.
Hey, Liz.
And Ryan Blair.
Hey,
Hello, Ryan. Hey,
and
kids.
Laura Lange's watching. Hey.
Laura Lang.
So
she was watching before.
if we're Facebook friends, we can actually see when you're tuning in. But if we're not friends and you're watching us for the first time, or you're a regular watcher and you want to shout out, just feel free
to say hi.
type anything out in chat. If you got a question, let us know. We're pretty friendly around here, aren't we?
Absolutely.
The more wine we drink, the friendlier we get. So cheers,
Absolutely.
everybody.
We are Maritimers. And very
Maritimers.
proud of that. Well,
All right,
mister.
Next song. What do you got?
So we had a request. Sorry, I
Yep.
didn't mean to interrupt you.
Nope.
We had a request for Billy Joel.
Yeah, because piano. You think Billy Joel?
You do.
I know I do. I'm sure a lot of you
Yes.
folks out there do.
Yes. And I love Billy Joel.
Yeah.
So this again, I pick songs I don't know because I'm like, it's kind of fun to learn something new. So I'd heard this song for sure,
Yep.
but it wasn't one that I knew, and it wasn't in my Billy Joel book. So this song is called Honesty, and did he write this about Christy Brinkley?
If you know the answer to that question, let us know in chat.
Just wondering. I feel like Ryan Blair liked this song. I thought of him when we were doing this. Isn't that crazy? And he's watching. Maybe he's not watching anymore. But Ryan, if you're still watching,
He says hi, kids.
Is this a song that you love? Honesty. I feel like this was a song that you used to blare in your parents' car. What was that car? What was that car called? Oh, I can almost see the name of it. Do you remember that? It was a gray car. Craig, do you remember that car?
I love. Yes, I love that you said blaring music, and it's Ryan Blair.
Anyway, anyway, I feel like you like this song, Ryan. So, and if anybody knows, what did Billy Joel? Who was he writing the song about? Because it's a little dark for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The line, "Honesty is everyone is so untrue." I don't know if I believe the sentiment in the song, but I can understand, writing this song from a place of feeling that way.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
And there's a lot of lies and untruths out
Lot
there
of
these days.
that
So
right
sometimes
now.
it feels like that's all there is, or
I know.
at least that's what's being amplified these days.
Yep.
So
Absolutely, Craig.
this is
Yep, kind of hit a nerve with us. So that's why I thought.
it was this Corsica.
Corsica, that's right.
There you go.
Your Corsica. That gray Corsica.
There you
Hysterical.
go. Can always count on Ryan Blair.
Oh, now, did he say anything about the
Also
song?
had the bullet car.
I do. Big Billy Joel. See? He's a big Billy Joel fan. He had the bullet car. Oh, my God, that bullet car. Aw, Aunt Jean says, "Hi, guys.
Hi.
We have a robin."
'Tis the season for wildlife.
Aw, Aunt Jean, that's beautiful. Did she lay eggs? I bet she did.
Probably.
That's kind of fun.
Alrighty,
Very
well,
fun.
shall we play some music? Which
Yes.
is why most of you are here for the music.
Yes.
Some of you are here just waiting for the next story, and we'll get to those too. So
Story time.
here we go with
Okay.
Honesty.
Here we go. If you search for tenderness, it isn't hard to find. You can have the love you need to give. If you look for truthfulness, you might just as well be blind. It always seems to be so hard to give. Honesty Well, there we
Beautiful
are, everybody.
song, sung and played beautifully.
Thank you.
I think I was made familiar with that song through you. I think the first time I ever heard it was you playing it for me.
Really?
And I love
Like-
that song.
Like yesterday?
No,
2
as
days
in
ago?
you. I think you played it for me through
Oh, okay.
Spotify or
Okay.
whatever. So anyway, awesome song, and that part about I don't need a pretty face telling me pretty lies. I mean, it probably was about Christy Brinkley. But
Could have been.
anyway,
Could have been.
could have been.
But we are just speculating.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check in here. Oh, Heidi says such a great song. Okay, Aunt Jean, we have a robin's nest over our deck, and there are eggs in it. With the mother there protecting them. The male comes to feed the mother while she is sitting. Oh, that is precious.
He's like, I got this, honey. You just stay
You just
there.
sit there and keep them warm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'm so glad they're on your deck, Aunt Jean.
There you go.
They're protected there. Oh, that's sweet. Linda says we both have great smiles.
Ding.
Thanks, Linda.
I think I see a screenshot
That
coming
is
up.
so sweet. No one's ever said that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, David Reynolds, Maritimer, is
Hey.
watching. David. Oh, Ian Grieve, Maritimer.
More Maritimers
Hi,
in the
Ian.
house.
Ryan Blair. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, thank you, Faith. And Woody says, top fan.
Top fan Woody Woodburn. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Woody.
We love Woody.
Great
we
seeing
love
you the other day. You and Ashley was.
We had a socially distanced visit.
Yes.
It was much needed.
They bought me snacks.
They did.
Which was awesome.
They
Thank
got
you.
you snacks.
I appreciate that so
Yeah.
much.
They're good people.
They are.
Yeah. Very good people.
They
Look
are.
at me taking the transpose off.
Yep.
That
and
is such a funny song to sing because it is obviously it's sung by a man, and
Not tonight, it wasn't.
in the no, not tonight. And I could never do it in the original key, but I put it up a third. There was still that one line that was low. Yep.
Yes, that's
Anyway,
right. It's all of a sudden you just the
He
bass.
has quite a range.
Yeah, the basement falls late, and
Yeah.
there's that note again. It's just
Yeah.
breath.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Everybody getting excited to get a haircut this Friday in Ontario,
what?
anyway.
Steph was able to get a hair
She
appointment.
booked a hair appointment.
Yeah, she called her hairdresser yesterday before her hairdresser knew that everything was opening up, and she was able. She's the first person in. She's
Yeah.
so happy.
So if you're in Ontario and you maybe have like a more,
More hair than usual.
I was going to say a hairdresser
A lot
maybe
of
who's not in a big salon but a more independent hairdresser. Reach out to them. Maybe they aren't aware of the news and
Oh, I'm sure they're aware.
because it just came out recently.
Yes.
And our good friend Ashley at Ashwood
Ashwood Studios.
Studio is opening up this Friday. She's been
Yes,
busy
we
at
wish
work.
her luck. She's going to do just great.
Yeah,
She's
keeping
gonna
all of her
be
patrons
just
safe.
Fine. Absolutely.
love it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So,
and speaking of whom, she's requesting Crowded Table.
aw,
Love it. That was
aw,
I do love that song.
that's sweet.
Yeah, that's,
That is a great song.
yeah. It's Heimerman, but Brandy Carlisle is what brought us to
Hold
that
my hand. Yeah.
group. We had a Brandy Carlisle night recently, and we did the Crowded Table. Was that on a request night? I know we did that tune. Anyway,
We did it. Yeah, I think that I don't remember. They all blend together after a while. When
I
they
know.
Get to be our
After
age.
99 episodes, I can't remember what we did on which episode. Heidi, however, says that Toronto and the GTA are not
Ooh.
included in the Stage 2 openings, which is true.
No haircuts for you.
So no haircuts for,
Well, look,
for the Toronto people.
Heidi, look, I am not going to get my hair cut. It will probably be another year because it just probably won't happen. I do need a trim. I might get Craig to just give me a little trim.
Well, you
Craig,
did get the Maria Von Trapp do there a couple of years
Yes,
ago.
I
You've
did.
been working on growing that out since that
yes,
time. So.
yes, and it has grown. Now, Craig,
Yep.
you absolutely need a haircut.
Oh, I know. It's getting a little unwieldy.
But you know what? I shouldn't say that. I know you think you need a haircut. I love your long hair. I think it looks great
Long.
on you. Yeah, it's very long.
I need it cleaned up for sure because this wasn't supposed to happen. There we go. So Ashley is raising her hand to say that she will give you a trim because you can trust Ashley. We've been actually paying close attention to her comings and goings with
Oh,
getting her
Ashley,
salon up
I
there.
so appreciate that. I definitely need a trim. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, Ashley says both of us. So there you go.
Aw,
I think she
that's
said
so
that
sweet.
about you first so that she could segue into saying Craig really needs a haircut.
Yes.
Andrea, if you want to trim, but really she was opening the door so
Yes.
that I would
That's so good of you, Ashley.
save you all
I know
from
you're going to be
this.
insanely busy, so there's no rush.
Yeah,
no rush at all. That's so sweet. She is one of the most incredible people I have ever met. I just love her. They're good people, those Woodburns.
They are.
Yep. Salt of the earth. I swear they grew up in the Maritimes. They have maritime
Yes,
roots.
there you go. That's the key.
That is the key. Not to everyone. Heidi has no maritime roots that I know of, but I love her.
Yeah.
Sure love you, Heidi. So, Heidi, yes, you're not included in stage 2, but you know what? They're being careful. So
Yep.
that's a good thing.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Honestly, everybody, 2020, what a year.
What a year.
You know, in 2030, when we look back on this year, like in 10 years, we'll look back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Won't it be something? It'll be something.
I can't wait to see those memes.
Yes, me either. I can't wait to have a party.
About
That's what I
hindsight
can't wait
in
for.
2020 and all the horrors that we've
Yeah.
been through.
You know, Craig and I thought it would take, 4 to 5 years to get our yard. So maybe by the time we get our yard done, we'll be able to have a party.
Yeah, we'll have you people over.
It might take that long.
Yeah. And Julia
Hysterical.
says that it was Prince Philip's 99th birthday
That's
today.
right. Our 99th
That's right.
show and his 99th birthday.
Yep. So we'll call tonight's episode the Prince Philip.
The Prince Philip.
It's called
Yes.
Pulling a Prince Philip.
He actually looks pretty good for being 99.
Yeah.
I suppose he's had lots of help over the years.
Yeah.
I'd look pretty good if I were.
I'd say
Prince
he's
too.
well taken care of.
Yes, I would think so.
The Duke.
Absolutely.
So we got another tune that was from an artist requested by our viewers.
Yes, I believe it was Linda.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm glad you've got a good memory because I don't.
Well, we both know that I have a good memory.
Was it Linda Cobra?
No. We both know that I have a good memory.
Thank goodness for
We
that.
had a little tiff today on our walk
Because I couldn't remember
you
something?
couldn't remember.
Well, I
we
wouldn't even call
we
it a
talked about
tiff.
it yesterday. It wasn't a tiff, but I'm always shocked.
You were trying to start a tiff because you couldn't believe how I wouldn't
couldn't
remember
believe
something.
how we
I'm
could-
like, that's how my brain works.
Do anybody out there go through that with their partners?
Yes.
Maybe they just don't remember, they don't file it, and they can't remember, and I just am always so shocked, and I know I should be patient and kind.
Cheers, everybody.
Because,
I'm going to have a drink.
in life, I'm not blessed with a lot of things, but I am blessed with a memory. Let me tell you. I remember everything.
Oh,
Pretty much.
Just looks and talent
Just not.
and
just
me.
not- What?
You're blessed with a lot.
Ah, you're very sweet. I am blessed with you. Can't remember lyrics, but everything else. Actually, yeah, not so bad. Not when it's in front of me. Anyway, it was a little hysterical, but I don't know. Anybody else out there? Anybody? Anybody out there?
This
Anybody go through that? Does anybody go through that?
They all go through that. You've seen the memes.
Yes.
All right. Shall we get to the next
You're
song?
like we're getting off this subject.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So yes. So this actually is another
Taking my out.
song never played, never sang,
Yep.
and it's a great song.
Yeah, so
we-
far all the songs tonight we haven't. So far,
Yes.
are songs we've never played before.
Actually, I have a cousin, Philip. I just see that.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm like a squirrel right now.
Yeah.
But this song is a great song, and Steph, I'm saying this to you. There's a part where it says her name was Anne, and I get so sidetracked every time I sing that I screw up because I'm thinking about that's me.
Yeah, so she tends to look over at me and smirk, and then when she goes to get back to her keyboard, she forgets
I don't
where
know
she's.
what I'm doing.
Speaking of forgetting things.
Yes, there you go. Good segue. Okay.
So what song is it that we're going to do?
Well, this song is called Carefree Highway.
This is an awesome song.
But
However,
I thought it was called Every Highway.
I think I did too growing up as a kid, hearing this on my parents' 8-track machine.
Yeah, I always thought it was Every Highway. It's Carefree,
Carefree
Highway.
Highway.
Yes. So there you go. Steph says, haha.
I think she's enjoying our bickering.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
we don't bicker.
Oh, there's someone parked out there.
We don't bicker live on air.
What are they doing?
Oh, there's always somebody parked out there.
Oh.
We got this little bridge, and
Yeah, they
everybody likes
like
to sightsee.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, everyone. I'm going to try not to look at Craig on that part because I will mess up, but it's hard not to, so it might happen. Okay, so Linda, if you're still watching, this is for you. And great Canadian artist, songwriter, Gordon Lightfoot. How old is he now? He's up there.
Yeah, somebody want to Google that while we play.
Yeah, I'd love to know that. I know he just played at Massey Hall not that long
That's
ago.
right.
Yep, amazing.
There you
A
go.
Canadian treasure.
Yep, the man.
Okay, everybody, here we go. Lightfoot for you, everybody.
Love it.
It was kind of fun.
That is just such an iconic Canadian song.
Yeah.
I've never played it before, so it was a real thrill to be able to play that. So thank you so much, Linda, for requesting that song.
Yes, thank you for requesting that song.
So super fun.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Isaac says he's 81.
81. Look at that. People are on the ball. We ask, and the audience delivers. Let's see here. He will be 82 in November. And that's right. Laura Lange says he played in Aurora a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's right. It's amazing.
Pretty awesome. So
That
awesome that you
is
got to see him.
amazing. Did you hear me? I mean, I'm not, as a performer, you should never make excuses. I'm not making an excuse, but I was so excited to sing the word "and" that I screwed up all the chords.
Oh my goodness, it was so funny. Right off the top of that song, I'm like, where is she going with this? She was so excited to say her name.
Oh my gosh, I've never sang the word "and" in a song before.
Love it.
Heidi, have you? You seem like you may have said the word "and" because you've done a ton of musical theater. I don't know. I never have.
Has anyone ever sung their own name in a song and found it distracting?
I found it very distracting.
Because it certainly did apply to you.
Very distracting.
Awesome.
Hysterical. That was hysterical.
It was pretty fun. And Mary Beth is watching. She says that we are here, so her and Lauren are there. They've been out running errands, but they'll have to catch the replay, which is great. You can certainly watch the replay. Thank you for dropping in.
Yes.
We do read all of
Mary
your.
Beth. Hi, Lauren. I love you guys.
We do read all of your comments, even when you watch the show on replay. So feel free, we'll make sure to read everything. And if you do have any more requests or just any kind of comments, keep them coming, even if you're not watching the show live. However, we love that you are here live, including the McQueens.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
The McQueens are here.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Steph said Andrea is in the Blue Roadie song. My God, there's a song called Andrea. And do you want to hear a funny story? When they recorded that album.
Hi, Sean. Welcome to another tangent. Sean Furlot's watching.
Hey, Shawnee. I was working at Theatre New Brunswick, and I had told everyone that I was working with how much I love Blue Rodeo. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you just wait. And then, so I followed them around. Every concert they did, I went to all their concerts. Remember, I've told you this before, Craig.
Yes. I
followed them around. When I went to tell the backstage people that I was there, like they're like family only, family and friends only. I'm like this, good enough. I walk in. And Greg walked by me. He just did this to me. He shook his head. What else could he do, Craig?
Cheers,
so then I'm reading the CD. There's a song called Andrea.
Yep.
And I'm like this. It's got to be about me. So you're right, Steph. That is.
It better be, because that's your next in.
Yes.
Because we want Jim Cuddy on next week's
yes.
episode.
Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if Jim Cuddy came on next week?
Yeah.
So if anyone out there has a connection, that would be a beautiful gift. That would be a life gift.
Yes.
More than a life gift.
Yeah.
But
We would owe you forever.
yes.
And ever.
Yes,
and
absolutely. Ever. You'd always have a place to stay. I mean, you all have that anyway, but for sure.
Because, next week we are going to try to have, like I said, video guests join us.
Next week's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna do our best to make next week's 100th episode special a super awesome time and bring in a lot of our amazing friends and musical family to hang out with us here on the stream.
Yes.
Let's see here. And Isaac, who knows you so well, says, side note, Anne Marie will be 75 on the 20th.
Yes, next week.
I mean, she knew that, but I love the fact that you brought it up.
I love it too, because we all know how much I love it. Do you know? Let me just show them all.
I can't wait till we have another Anne Marie night.
Do you know what? One of the first song I learned to play on the piano, chording, not the first song I learned to play, but chording was this song. See if anyone can name it. This is how I played it. How to do a walk up.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that was, keeping the beat there, those octaves in my left hand. Anybody know what that song is? Anybody? I hate that there's a delay,
There's
right?
a delay.
There is a
But
delay.
while they're answering that...
yes, you have a question?
I'm just reading some comments here. Looks like Julia's been requesting Forever by the Beach Boys for forever.
Yes, well, we have a surprise for you, Julia. It might not be this week, but just know there's a surprise coming.
Yep. And yep, we got Snowbird, of course.
Of course.
Look at that.
Faith. Thank you, Faith. Laura Lange, Snowbird.
They're all flooding in. And
Yeah.
Norma Jean Rye says, the song Norma Jean,
Oh, yeah.
she sang Norma Jean, and it's totally weird, she says.
Yeah.
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 I can imagine.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, haircut update. Jean, both, they got haircuts yesterday. It was fabulous, I bet.
Oh, that's great.
Lots of jealous people out there wishing they could get
Yes.
haircuts soon.
Did you see what Steph said? You played it a million times. Steph, I had to.
Steph knows.
I had to. Do you know what she used to do as a sister? I'd be playing the piano, and she'd walk by, because if a commercial came on, Mom would... Okay, so the piano and the TV were in the same living room. We weren't fancy. We didn't have 3 living rooms and 17 TVs. We had one... Actually, Mom and Dad had a TV in their bedroom. It was like a toaster. It was this big. It was black and white. We watched... we used to watch Dallas on it Friday nights with Mom. But anyway, yes. So I would be playing the piano, and Mom, and I loved to play. Like, I was one of these kids that couldn't wait to play the piano. I didn't always practice what I was meant to be playing on my classical stuff, but I just couldn't.
But you're on it, building your skills.
Oh, I couldn't wait to play. So, if Steph was watching, let's just say, Our House on Sunday night, her favorite show. She broke a window over that show, just saying.
Bound to happen.
Yeah. So Mom would say, Andrea, you can play in the commercials. And I'd be like, great. But if the song wasn't over and the commercial was done, I'm not stopping. So Steph used to come by, and she'd give me a little punch in the back.
The show must go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Good times growing up. Good times.
Love it.
But Steph heard that song a lot. Just like this one.
Actually, I think our viewers have heard that song a few times, too.
That was the first song I learned, like, with the original song on sheet music, or with sheet music. Grade 7. I was very excited.
I love that people are picking up on our Jim Be Our Guest hashtag that we had going for a while there.
What do you mean?
Oh, just the Laura Lange and Isaac. We're talking about Jim Cuddy getting him on the show.
Yeah.
It's like they're using our hashtag.
Great.
Hashtag Jim Be Our Guest.
Hashtag Jim Be Our Guest. Oh, Jim, it would be just delightful if you just,
It would be lovely.
just gave us a little call next week.
Yeah.
It would be pretty incredible.
Yes, it would.
Pretty incredible.
So, it probably won't happen, but
Hey!
not going to stop me
might.
from trying.
It might. I have had so many dreams about Jim Cuddy showing up and wanting to be on our show.
Yeah. And then Pauline says, did you see the Budweiser stage at home on Saturday? Blue Rodeo and Alan Doyle were featured. It was on CDTV. Yeah, very cool that they're doing that that series.
It is cool.
Yeah, so I did tune into that for a little bit. So it's interesting times that's how we're catching our artists that we love is on live streams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not weird for us. We've been doing this for, 3 years come next week.
Yep. Took me all that time to grow my hair back.
Oh. Isaac says cheers.
Cheers.
So that means I have to
have a drink.
have a drink.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sociable. Yeah. And I must say, in this time of the COVID, it's funny that, people are talking about sports teams getting back together. And great. If that's your jam and that's what you love, good on you. But I don't want anyone for 1 second to forget, not you guys, but anyone to forget what has brought you joy during this pandemic.
Yep.
The arts. Just saying.
Yep.
It's been the arts,
Yep.
whether it's through dance, music,
Television, movies.
artwork.
Yep.
It's all those things that get people through.
Yep.
So let's not lose sight of that.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Because that's one thing that worries me a little bit is the plan for live music coming back is there's really no mention of when that's going to happen other than that it's not in the plans. They're specifically excluding it at this time.
Yeah, it's hard.
So a lot of venues are going to, I don't know what's going to happen.
No. Nope.
So find out how you can support, live music and musicians.
Local musicians. Yeah, absolutely.
Liv agrees. That's right. It's the arts. She knows.
Absolutely,
She
Livia.
knows.
Absolutely.
Now, and then Isaac. That's a lovely comment. You guys have
Thanks, Isaac.
helped get us through.
Well, you've helped get us through.
Yeah.
For
You guys.
Sure. And the wine.
Yeah. You guys and the music and the wine make it all better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Gordy is watching.
Hey, Gordy.
Hey, Gordy. How
Gordy.
are you? I haven't seen Gordy in so long.
Maybe he was trying to be all stealthy. He didn't want you to know he was watching.
Maybe.
I love that we do that. We call up people. Hey, I see your name.
I see you.
If we're Facebook friends, please. We don't want to scare you off. If that scares you when we do that, we'll stop because we don't want to scare you away from watching.
Why would that scare anyone away?
I don't know. Some people just kind of like to drop in.
Gordy. See, he called me Ann.
Yep. Her name was Ann, and I'll be damned.
I just sang a song, Gordy, with the name Ann. Now, it was not spelled with an E, but anyway.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people do not know that I go by Ann.
No.
You know what I mean? But I do.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those who know you.
Yeah.
So Gordy was watching the Dave Gunning live stream earlier. He was on at 7 o'clock.
Absolutely.
And we just love Dave Gunning.
Love him.
Love him.
Love
we
his
had
music.
we had the chance to do these hands live on the show there a few episodes ago.
Yep.
Fantastic singer-songwriter. So if you do get a chance, definitely
Check him out.
check him out
And support him.
on Facebook. Buy his albums, and definitely when he live streams, tune in. All right, this next request.
Well, I'd like to send this song out to one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, Heidi Lange. I'm telling you, when Heidi and I get together, what do we do, Greg?
Which isn't often enough.
No, what do we do?
You guys laugh.
All we do is laugh.
And you nerd out about music stuff, too, and musical theater,
we do
which
geek
is
out about
great.
music and musical theater, which I love. But we laugh. Like, when I think of Heidi, we have some pretty incredible conversations,
Bring
too.
your depends.
But we have good laughs.
You do. The best.
Yes. So Heidi requested this song today. I don't know what time it was. She's like, is it too late to request a song? And I'm like, of course not. Absolutely, I'll do Kathy's song. Because I knew it.
Gordy wants to know if you honk when you laugh with Heidi. She still does that.
I absolutely do, Gordy.
So, you're in the lucky few who can make the honk laugh.
Me?
Yeah. But no, if other people can make you do that.
Yes.
That's kind of like you've made it.
Gordy has heard that honk many times.
I'm assuming.
I just felt like Blanche Devereaux just then. Many times. Okay. Well, everyone, Heidi, are you still there? Heidi. Heidi.
It's okay.
You know what?
You don't have to call people up. People have to go off and do other things, and sometimes they're listening through like a speaker.
She's watching. I know she's watching. I'm just giving her a hard time.
And they aren't at their phones, but
Heidi
they're streaming
is doing her show on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
What's she doing this week?
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
So I will. Oh my gosh, Bella.
Bring your depends. The new hashtag from Heidi Lange. She is watching and paying attention. I might add.
Bella we have a barrier because we moved in and can't get a door put in.
We can't get a door built.
Hi, Bella.
So we don't want the cats in here chewing all of our cables, and here she is.
Here she is, everybody.
Yeah, she's breaking quarantine, lockdown. She's breaking the lockdown. So you're gonna pick her up, and you're gonna get so much fur.
She is purring. Look at her, everybody. Look at this kitty cat.
It wouldn't be a 99th episode without Bella. Oh, did you guys hear that?
Oh, she's so sweet. Okay.
You guys got a little purr in the ear there.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were going to take a bit of Bella with you, and she'll leave some holes in your shirt.
I think she did right here, but that's all right.
A little bit. All right.
I have holes everywhere.
Aw, Steph was excited to see Bella.
Aw, yeah.
Look, regular viewers know Bella.
It's the BB.
She finds her way into our stream and our hearts.
Yeah.
On a fairly regular basis.
Yeah, she's awfully sweet.
Yeah, she's very sweet and old.
The drugs have helped.
Yes.
Okay. Well, everybody, this is a song called Kathy's Song. It's a Simon and Garfunkel song, and this song goes out to one of my dearest friends, Heidi.
I hear the drizzle
the song that I was writing is left undone. I don't know why I spend my time writing songs I can't believe, with words tear and strain to write. As I watch the drops of rain weave their weary paths and I know that I am like the rain, there before the grace of you go I.
So lovely.
Well, there we go, everyone. Thank you for requesting that so much, Heidi.
Beautiful song.
It is a beautiful song. Beautiful song.
Very beautiful song.
Do you know so when I was in junior high,
Which couldn't have been that long ago,
not
my
that
dear.
long, a couple years ago, I used to do, lifeguarding. And I remember having to train to become a lifeguard during my Bronze Cross,
Yep.
and we had to do 1,000,000 lengths. And
At least 1,000,000.
1,000,000. There were a lot of lengths, and I remember this song got me through those lengths. I used to sing. I think we had to do like 120 lengths. It was a lot, and I used to sing this song in my head, and it got me through. And you know how competitive I am. You know,
No.
some people who really know me out there. It was. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you. Yeah, it was. It was me singing this and thinking I have to pass everyone in this pool. Some people I couldn't, and I almost killed myself trying, but some people I did.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Anyway, that's what that song, I think back to that time, and it was in junior high. I think that's a lot of people's, growing up when they discover music,
Oh.
and
Oh, yeah.
you're so influenced, or I was, by what my parents listened to.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm grateful for that. But
That's what got me into Simon and Garfunkel. We listened to them all the
Oh,
time.
did
at the-
you?
Oh, yeah.
did you?
Yeah, my mom loved Paul Simon.
Yeah. Oh, you've told me that before.
Yeah, I mean, they were listening to Simon and Garfunkel, like they had the albums
Yep.
on vinyl, and
Yep.
then still listening to Paul Simon with Graceland and everything on cassette tape and stuff. Growing up.
Fun.
Oh yeah, love it.
Fun. Yeah, we had their greatest hits, and I just remember
So many great hits.
Oh my gosh, I know. Anyway, and I must say, Heidi did paid homage to Paul Simon. She did the Paul Simon
Oh
project.
yeah, the Paul Simon project.
And Let Your Honesty Shine. And it's incredible. So if y'all would like to listen to some Paul Simon pieces done in a jazzy way,
Oh yeah.
it's an incredible record.
So you see Heidi Lange's name there in the comments. So just search for that name on Spotify, and you will find Let Your Honesty Shine there on Spotify.
Absolutely.
But Heidi, if you do have your website handy, feel free to plop that
Plop
in there.
it in.
That way people can buy actual copies of the album, because that's, as we always say, the best way to support artists. So, is to buy the album. And streaming is great for just getting your music out there, but it certainly does not pay the bills. Speaking of paying the bills, Linda wanted to know where the tip jar was. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Linda.
I put it up on the screen, and there's also there's a little link thing maybe down in comments, depending on what your device is on. So beside the comments, there looks like a little chain link. So if you tap that, it'll take you to the tip site. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm just playing around with it. Otherwise, head on over to streamlabs.com. patreon.com/mylivingroomlive, or if you prefer PayPal, paypal.me/mylivingroomlive. The Streamlabs one is cool because you get to see your name and the message show up here on the screen for everybody to see how cool you are. So, anyway.
Very fun.
And Isaac says, amazing job. The piano, the drums, vocals, and the shaky sound thing. That was my shaker. I realized I wasn't holding it in front of the camera. I was holding it closer to the mic. You couldn't even see what I was doing. Looked like I was having a tremor up here. All you could see was my arm moving back and forth. But I had this little
he's going to show you.
This little egg shaker thing.
There you go.
These things are just so cheap.
And they're so fun.
So versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. Glad you like that.
Super fun.
And Chris says he was heavily influenced by Simon and Garfunkel. I can definitely see that.
Oh, big time.
Absolutely.
Big time. Aw, Jeff is watching.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. I love you.
Mr. Macaloon's watching.
Mr. Macaloon.
And Gordy says, is it me or does Craig's voice sound like Charlie's? Well, you might find out next week. You can do a side-by-side comparison.
Yes.
Because
there we go.
Next week on our... No?
Don't say anything.
Okay, no spoilers. All right.
No.
Then fine. Nothing's happening next week.
No, it's just our 100th show.
So we won't be celebrating it or doing anything
Yeah.
cool or fun or special.
No.
Speaking of cool and fun and special, we are getting to the end of this cool and fun and special 99th episode, but we do have one more song by a regularly request artist here. Again, I think a lot of it's because
he plays the
he
piano.
plays the piano, so a lot of people think, hey, I wonder if Andrea can do an Elton John song.
Mm-hmm.
But we love Elton John here on this show. We've had an Elton John night. I remember after we saw Rocket Man, we just did nothing but. And I know we've done a lot of...
Do you know what? That was a year ago this week.
Oh, was it?
A year ago this week.
That episode.
Yep, because I was doing my taxes.
Great memory.
Just in under the wire.
Oh, Isaac's challenging me to another cheers.
And just seeing if we could... or what music I bought this time last year, and it was the music for that show. And Heidi says her website is so out of date, but folks can connect with me here on Facebook for a CD. A signed
CD.
CD.
Yep. End of commercial.
Yeah.
Paid advertisement.
It's fantastic, everyone. So, and you know what? Anyone else who is on here who has records, put it up there.
Feel free. We certainly know that when we have featured in the past live, when we could have them live here in our living room, a lot of local singers and songwriters that folks have actually reached out and purchased albums, and I know that you guys are great about doing that. So if anybody out there is watching and they've got their own music they want to promote, feel free to drop it in chat.
Yep. Absolutely.
We don't mind. That's what we're about.
Absolutely. We're so happy to do that.
Yeah, supporting local talent. I'm not just local, but I mean local in the sense of independent. Should be clear. Independent artists anywhere. We celebrate you. So. All right, we're getting to the end of the night.
All right, baby.
We've gone past the hour mark as I knew we would, because you told me you wanted to chat tonight. Because it's been 99 episodes. We can.
Yeah.
We should be able to chat about fun things, whatever we want to talk about. But
what are we going to? What do I have to go to?
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, Bella left.
Yeah, we get to go over there. We get to leave this space and go over there.
We'll go over there.
We can't go out there. Actually,
No.
we could. Actually, the weather's been all right. Anyway, so thank you so much, folks, for tuning in for 99 episodes of this thing here we call My Living Room Live. I know that right now you can't tell because we don't have the living room in the background. They have the camera flipped the other way, but we are in our living room. But we have it set up in such a way that we can have the drum set and the piano there, and then also have a spot over. We're going to call that the kitchen party over there. I know you can't see it. I'm just pointing at nothing. But we
got a bar.
Yeah, we've got a bar and there's a fridge, so we can have musical guests over and they can play over there in the kitchen.
Someday, everybody.
Someday.
Can't wait.
So it is a living room. Trust me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Olivia wants 99 red balloons. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
We did.
We joked around
99.
about doing.
What did you say? 99
Episodes.
Episodes.
99 episodes go by.
Yeah, there she is with her red balloons, too.
And Norma Jean says, thanks, guys. Enjoyed this week, number 99. Well, stay tuned. This next song, this is a super cool
Craig
tune.
likes this song.
I love this song.
So do I, but Craig really likes this
So
song.
while Elton John was requested as an artist, I personally requested this song.
Craig requested this song.
'Cause
Here comes Bella.
I've always wanted to hear her play this song. It's super fun. Did you want to talk about it?
Well, I think I'm glad you requested the song. Once again, it's a song I knew, but I didn't know. So I was happy to learn it, and the message in this song is incredible for right now.
Yeah.
So many ways. It's called "I'm Still Standing."
And if you guys have seen Rocket Man, you know that's a song right at the very end of the show, which I thought they did such a great job of introducing certain songs into the story, Elton's story throughout the movie, and at the very end, you know, I'm still standing after you've just witnessed everything he's been through, and just having that song playing at the very end it was a very powerful moment.
It's a great anthem.
Yeah, very great anthem in the way that Taron Egerton did this tune.
For sure. Not just for him, not just for the show, that movie, but for us right now.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we're still standing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of us together.
And we're still streaming.
Heidi says it's the one I think it is. I think. What?
Oh, maybe she was guessing earlier which Elton John song we were going to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Chris says,
Cat's
I really
out of the
enjoyed
bag.
that film. I did too, Chris.
Oh, great movie.
I loved that movie.
Go back and watch it again.
Sorry, I had to move my light.
Oh, that's okay.
Are
That's
you
fine.
upset now?
Oh, that's fine. No, that's fine. Just don't move the camera, which I know you can't.
I can't reach it.
However, Bella could. She's walking around all the stuff.
Look, it's feeding time, everybody.
All right, we better get this song done before Bella knocks everything over. So without further ado, you guys are going to love this song, Elton John.
Just fix my ear things here.
Fix your ear things. All right.
Okay, everybody.
You got your piano stuff all set and ready to go?
I'm all good, baby.
It's a good one. Here we go.
You could never know what it's like. Your blood like winter freezes just like ice. And there's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. You'll wind up like the wreck you hide behind, that mask you use. Did you think this fool could ever win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know while I'm standing, you just fade away. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. Once I never could hope to win. You started down the road and leaving me again. The threats you made were meant to cut me down. And if our love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces Well, there we go, everyone.
Woo, I'm out of breath after that tune. Wow. That was super fun. Thank you for indulging us, folks, while we let loose a little bit with a little bit of Taron Egerton in Rocket Man with Elton and Bernie's incredible tune.
Yeah.
I'm still standing. We're still standing.
We're still standing.
You're
We're still
still
here.
standing.
We're still here. It's
like,
crazy.
Yep.
99
99 is alive. What was his name? Number 5 is alive.
What's that from?
That's from Short Circuit. He's still standing. I don't know.
I didn't enjoy that
I'm just
movie.
riffing on.
I'm not into robots.
We're still here on this planet. We're still alive. We're still streaming.
Aunt Linda says, great song. Sorry I'm late. Hi, Aunt Linda.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Livia.
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda. Oh, Heidi. Nope, I'm wrong.
This song is
Lindsay.
great, too.
Thanks, Heidi. Thanks, everybody. And Sue Murphy Whiteman just said, just found your show. Lovely. Thank
Welcome
you, Sue.
to the living room.
Well, Sue, I hope you can join us next week because it is our 100th episode.
We've done this 100 times, and many of you have been with us almost every one of these episodes, which has been absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for your requests that we filled tonight's episode with. We just can't tell everybody enough how much we enjoy having you here with us virtually.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And Craig started this. We didn't know what it was going to be.
Who knows?
But, Craig was always saying, honey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I'm like, I just want to sing and play. I just want to sing and play. And he's like, well, there's no reason why we just can't do that every week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all Craig, everybody.
Well,
This
it's
is
all you,
Craig.
because I know how much you love to tell stories and entertain. So it was a perfect outlet for someone with your talents and your leanings and your sheer enjoyment.
My leanings.
Yeah, you lean towards
I know, it's just
the
funny to hear you
dramatic
say that.
and
My leanings.
your leanings. You were born to entertain.
Thanks.
And host. So happy that you guys all saw that as well. Well enough to stick around with us for 99 episodes. Share that Jim Be Our Guest hashtag.
Jim Be Our Guest. Hashtag Jim Be Our Guest.
I'm going to flash up at the screen. Jim Be Our Guest.
Yes. If everybody sent him an email, if everybody sent him 100 emails, maybe he'd do it. Or maybe he'd be like this. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Jim Cuddy, for those of you who are new to the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Julia's reminding everyone she's been here.
Since the beginning.
She has been. She has been. Thank you, Livia. And I just have to say, Chris said Short Circuit was maybe the first film I saw at the theater. There you go.
I'm trying to think if I saw it in the theater or if I saw it on beta. Probably on beta.
I had to watch it once. A bunch of cousins were watching it, and Steph and I were there, and they were watching it, and I was so bored.
I can see it's about a robot, so definitely more of a guy's movie,
Wow.
a young boy's movie at that age.
Yeah, I was not intrigued. The first movie I saw in the theater, this is kind of a crazy story. The first movie I saw in
Cheers,
the
everybody. Tuck in for another story, Andrea
The
style.
first movie I saw in the theater was Lassie with my dear sister.
So cute.
I was probably 3 or 4 when Dad took me and Steph to the Parkway Mall Cinema.
Parkway Mall. I love that theater.
And in the movie Lassie, there's a fire. And
No one got stuck down a well in that one?
pardon me?
No one was stuck down a well?
Probably.
Johnny Five's getting some love out there.
There you
Whoop,
go,
whoop.
Lindsay. So anyway, we went home that night, and I dreamt that the theater was on fire, and my dad, of course, he was like Michael Landon to me, so he rescued me and Steph and everyone from the theater. And for the longest time, I honestly thought that happened. So I had to write a story in elementary school about the wildest thing that has ever happened to me. And I said, well, I was in a theater that burned down and my dad rescued everyone.
Clearly the truth.
And I remember taking it home and Mom was like, what? And I'm like, oh, I'm just writing about that fire that Steph and I were in when the Parkway Mall burned down. And she's like, Andrea, that never happened. I'm like, yes, it did. I was there. You weren't there, Mom. You weren't even there. And she's like, honey, that never happened. And Dad's like, Andrea, that never happened. I'm like, huh. So I was in probably grade 2, grade 3. Up until that point, I thought that I had lived through a fire in a theater. Isn't that hysterical?
And keeping that story alive to this day.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. So,
Lindsay's first movie in the theater was All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's a great topic.
they had to take her out because she was crying. Look, I
First
understand. I would be too. Yeah. So, but that is true. I honestly thought that it really happened. So, and then I remember my mom saying, "Well, honey, we would go to the movies at the Parkway Mall." I'm like this. I was a kid. I just thought they rebuilt.
Yeah.
You got no timeline as a kid. You don't know how
It's
long.
made it a Lego. Everything's made out of Lego.
That's
you just
right.
rebuild
You
it.
don't know.
Just click, 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 click. Hey, done. Theater's back.
Yeah. So anyway, hysterical.
It was worth it. Liv says that theater story is so awesome.
It's hysterical. Because as a kid, you really believe it. And my imagination, it's still pretty vivid. But back then,
Your imagination is vivid.
yeah.
If
I remember
anything, it's
I
vivid.
was accused in grade 5 by a teacher that Craig and I saw a few summers ago at a county fair in New Brunswick. Remember? I'm not going to say her name.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She wasn't my most favorite teacher. And she accused me of lying on a story because it was a story where Steph and I... just tell it.
Well, some of your stories do sound pretty implausible.
I know. So let me just
And
tell
they've
you.
been embellished.
Let me just
so,
tell you a quick story.
you know.
If you guys have to go, you got to go. But I just want to tell you the story. And Steph, feel free to chime in. So Steph and I were little. It was the same era as Lassie. So I would have been maybe 4. Steph would have been 2.5. And we were given those little things that you bake with. You know, the little kitchen set as a kid. You get a rolling pin and little pans and stuff. And I begged Mom. I'm like, Mom, can we please use the oven? And she's like, no. She's like, but you can use the like where you store the pots and pans, the drawer. And I'm like, okay, great, Mom, thanks. I'm 4. So we had a window that went from our kitchen to our living room, like a built-in. So we could tell that, looking back, we couldn't have seen through the window because we were so little, but we could hear that she was vacuuming. I'm like, she'll never know. So Steph and I took our pans that we had, and Steph would do anything I asked her to do because she's a perfect baby sister. We took both of us to open the oven door. We grabbed our pots and pans. We got inside of the oven because I said to her, and I remember this, I said, Steph, we have to push the pots and pans all the way back so we have room for everything else.
Oh, if you're going to do this
fill
once,
the
you're
oven.
going to take advantage and fill it.
And we cannot just do this willy-nilly. Like, we have to fill the oven.
Oh, you're going to do it in an organized, adult, mature
Exactly.
fashion. Yeah,
So
not just willy-nilly.
So we did that. So we put the pots and pans in the oven at the very back. Well, Steph and I were both in the oven. And because we were both in the oven flipped over. The whole oven tipped over, and the oven door flew off the oven. It hit the kitchen table, and Mom heard this massive bang while she was vacuuming, and she was like, oh, my God! She came in. Her kids were gone. We were screaming from inside the oven. So she said, Lord, give me strength, and she lifted up that oven, and we both came out. And I remember Steph and I both on her. I think I was on her longer because Steph was like one of these kids that got over things quicker. But I remember hanging on to her for 3 or 4 hours. Like, it was very traumatic. Anyway,
You still haven't let go, by the way.
I wrote that story in grade 5, and I was accused of lying. She's like, nothing like that could ever have happened. I'm like, well, you haven't lived my life.
So did you bring your mother in as a witness to
Mom had to come in.
numerous?
Mom had to come in and tell her it was real. Isn't that crazy?
As well as the other stories that you've told over
And
the
they're
years.
all true. Most of
With
them.
embellishments.
Slight embellishments.
Slight.
With those two, there was no embellishment.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go, everyone.
Anyway.
Is there anyone left listening to us?
Oh, yeah, folks are still watching. If you're still watching and maybe you found us for the first time, find us on other social media channels. We stream live here on Facebook Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We generally go for an hour. Tonight's a little different. You can find us on Twitter at In My Living Room. And on Instagram at My Living Room Live. And if you're a YouTuber, all episodes go up in the archive at youtube.com/My Living Room Live. However, cool story, all of our podcasts do get uploaded in audio format to wherever podcasts can be found. So hit us up on Spotify or on iTunes or Stitcher. So if the video format is tricky to take on the go, if you're driving in your car or you're going out for a walk or a jog, then take the audio podcast version with you.
There you go.
So there you go.
I
Happy to
love
have
that
you, though.
Steph just said it's a true story, and Heidi's crying with laughter.
Yep.
Yep.
And Olivia says thank you. So I'm assuming she's enjoying these stories. But
It's time.
I think it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
It's been a very fun night,
Thank
fun
you.
night for us. And we haven't had any storm yet.
No, not yet.
Crazy.
Yeah, so
Wonder
that's
if
good.
It's going to happen.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Yep.
But tune in next week for what's bound to be a super cool episode full of surprises and maybe a special
Maybe
guest or
Anne
two.
Murray will call too.
Oh.
Jim Cuddy and Anne Murray.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, I'd lose my mind. I'd lose my mind.
If anybody can make that happen, hit me up, send me a DM, or give me a call. I will do whatever I can to make that happen.
Yes. All right, everybody.
Until then,
have a blessed week, everybody. Be good to each other. Be kind. And we just appreciate you. We appreciate you all. And we feel the love
Absolutely.
from you all. And,
and we send it right back, sending our love back to you guys. And until
next
week, we'll see you down the road.
We'll see you down the road. Bye.
Bye.